Hello everybody, it's Fantacylandfilms, and today I am going to be doing a customizing video. So I think it was like about a month ago, I was kind of looking at all of my little lalsas here, and I was thinking it would be really awesome to have a boy lalsa because, you know, all of these are lovely little ladies. So I went ahead and found this little guy on eBay. Whoa, dude, he looks just like me.
Well, I don't think that'll be the case for long.
Dude, you're a guy.
Isn't it obvious?
Alright, so this is my first customizing video, so we'll just kind of see how it goes. I'm gonna put some plastic down so I don't get some paint on him, well, on the table. And I was looking at pictures of lalsa dogs on Google, and I found this one. And so this is what I'm gonna try to make him look like. So I have this brown paint, it's called brown sugar, and I also have this gray paint called dolphin. There it goes. And so let's begin. So I've watched a ton of customizing videos, and one thing that people really seem to do is make sure like the paint is watery, I guess. So I'm just gonna water it down a little bit before I start painting him. Okay, and I guess we'll just start. The reason that I picked this lalsa instead of like doing like another Luna or something like that is because I like this guy's eyes. And when I customize, I don't really go over the eyes because, well, eyes are like really difficult to do. Alright, so we have the first layer done on this little guy. We are going to let him dry, and then I will put a layer on his body. Okay, so our little guy's head has dried. So let's put a layer of paint on his body. Alright, now we have the first layer done, so we need to wait for him to dry. Then we'll put another coat of paint on his head, and then on his body again. Alright, so this little guy is looking really good. Let's put his second coat on. Alright, now we have to wait for him to dry again. I think he looks really nice. Are you kidding me? It looks like he's been rolling around in mud.
Ugh, seriously, Moon? Yeah, I can hear you, you know.
Now I know with customs, you know, a lot of people say that it takes a really long time to do, and so you shouldn't rush it. But I'm so excited about this little guy. I just want it to go really fast. It's so hard to wait. Alrighty, time for another coat of paint. Alright, so it has been like, what, maybe like 10 or 15 layers later, and I think we're finally done with the brown. So let's go and get started with the gray, or this dolphin color. If my camera, there it goes. There, focused. Alright, for this one I'm going to use this like tiny little brush because he doesn't have too many gray markings on him. So once again, I'm going to get it watery because apparently you do that when you do customs. And I'm just going to start doing the tips of his ears this color. Alright, now the other side. Alright, Alright, so this gray that I'm using is not as dark as I would want it to be, so I'm just going to add a little bit of black in there. Make it a bit darker. Alright, there we go, that looks better. So, and we're just going to go over his ears again. There we go, that's a lot better. It kind of matches the brown better than the lighter gray. And actually, that lighter gray kind of helps it blend into the brown a little bit better, so I think we'll just kind of leave a little bit of it showing there at the top. Yeah, if my camera would focus. There it goes. Alright, so you can kind of see up there some of the light gray is still kind of showing. We're just going to do the same on the other side. Alright, and to make it blend in a little bit better, we're just going to add a bit more of the light gray. Get it nice and watered down. Alright, now comes the tricky part. We have to get some gray on his muzzle here. So what I think I'm gonna do is kind of do what I did before, kind of on accident really, but you know, I'm gonna start out with like the lighter gray and then go to the darker gray. Alright, our muzzle kind of looks nice and dry, so we're going to put some of the darker gray on him. Alright, and then the last gray marking that he's going to have is going to be on his tail. So I'm going to have to like move his head, hopefully without touching the wet paint. There we go. And just give his tail some gray streaks. Alright, and now we just have to wait for him to dry. Alright, now that the paint has dried, we're just going to touch up a few things like his bow and his nose and his little paw prints and stuff. Still need to do the bottom of him. I'll do that once I'm done with everything else. Alright, so I added a bit more black to my gray, and that is for his nose here. And then I also have this light pink called Rose Claire, I guess. And we're going to use that for his tongue and his paw prints. Alright, stand very, very carefully. Alright, and now last but not least, we're going to do his bow. I've picked out this blue color, Blue Lake, for his bow. Alright, now for the final task, I'm going to put some varnish on him. So I messed up and I accidentally got the gloss varnish. Most people, get the other kind. And most people don't use the glossy one because it makes your pet shop look really shiny. So I'm going to be super careful with this. And I'm just going to water it down a lot and hope that it works. Alright, and now we just have to wait for him to dry. Alright, so are we ready to meet our newest Lalsa dog?
Yes.
Alright, so here he is. He looks amazing. Alright, now the last thing we have to do before he is an official Lalsa dog is we have to give him a name. And this little guy, because of his blue bow and his green eyes, I think I'm going to name him Leo. Woohoo! It'll be awesome to have a bro around. Oh, there you are. Hey, Luna? Yeah? I had a quick question about that script you gave me. Alright, well that's really more a question for Sophie. Oh, okay, well, thank you anyway. Who was that? Oh, that was Karai. She just had a quick question about a script I gave her. Wow.